Christmas on Lindbergh Mountain. To all who hear these words, may your lives be filled with the fantasy, warmth, and magic of Christmas, now and forever.
Ho, ho, ho!
It was Christmas Eve and Santa Claus was coming to Lindbergh Mountain tonight. Kristen and Ryan were very excited. Kristen stood outside Feeney's department store with her nose almost pressing the tall, cold glass of the window that was as big as a house. Hail-swept snowflakes blew into her little face. As she gazed at the dolls, play kitchens, bicycles, and delightful teddy bears, all positioned as if calling to her, "Come and play with us." Behind the window she could see Santa sitting in a big chair as a line of children waited to talk to him. She had already talked to Santa 2 days before, but she wanted to visit him just one more time before Christmas came. You see, she had changed her mind about everything she had asked for on her Christmas list. She forgot to ask Santa for something very important. She told herself that she just had to change her Christmas list. She was sure he wouldn't mind too terribly. After all, he was Santa, and he loved children and had more patience with them than almost anyone. She cautiously entered the store and got in line behind all the other excited children. She bit her lip worriedly as she got closer and closer to Santa. His eyes twinkled brightly as he seemed to recognize her from her earlier visit. Finally, it was her turn, and she climbed up on Santa's lap and said hurriedly, "My brother and I just want coal, Santa. Instead of piles of presents, could you please bring us coal? And Santa, please look very hard for our cabin on Lindbergh Mountain, please." And Santa's face softly changed, and it told Kristen that he was curious and kind and very wise all at the same time. And he said, "But Kristen, you and your brother are very good children. Toys from the North Pole are more fun than lumps of coal." In her mind's eye, she could see what she had asked for from her first Christmas list, a dazzling watch and a new bike. She could also see the great pile of presents, wrapped in shiny green paper and tied with red braided ribbon that had sat under her Christmas tree just last year before she and her family had to move to the little cramped cabin with only an old coal stove for cooking and heating alike. In all of Santa's worldwide travels, no one had ever asked him just for coal. He patted Kristen on top of her soft, shiny brown hair and said, "We'll see. We'll see. You go along now and be a good little girl." Kristen climbed down from Santa's lap and scrunched up her little face and wished as hard as she could that Santa would reconsider and bring her family the coal that they so needed. As Santa watched her turn to walk away, he felt the warm, reassuring hand of Mrs. Claus on his shoulder. She had been, as was her custom, standing by his side. "Something must be terribly wrong at Kristen's house," Santa whispered to Mrs. Claus. "She's such a good little girl. Perhaps I will show her the secret of the reindeer this Christmas Eve." "Oh, my! Will she be the one to receive the secret of the reindeer this year, Santa?" Mrs. Claus asked with such excitement. "I must talk with the elves at the North Pole first," Santa replied, "but I think that they will agree that we should show Kristen the secret, and she will be the only one this year."